Nick, I am having a total 5-star time travel emergency today. You need to drop whatever you are doing and save me right now.
Take a deep breath, Rosie. What is this massive time travel emergency? Did you accidentally travel back to the Middle Ages or step into a mysterious time machine?
No, worse. I am trapped in the past simple tense. I am going completely crazy with was, did, and had.
Ah, the famous past tense trio. Why are they causing a total meltdown in your mind today? Did they gang up on you in your sleep?
Because every single time I try to talk about yesterday or my weekend, my brain completely freezes up. Yesterday morning, I wanted to tell my coworker about my schedule. I wanted to ask if she was busy, but I stopped dead in my tracks. I asked myself, should I say, did you busy yesterday? Or were you busy? Or had you busy? And then when I tried to say I did tired, she looked at me like I was speaking alien. Why do we have 3 completely different words for basic past sentences? Why can't English just pick one simple word for yesterday and stick with it? My head feels like scrambled eggs.
I hear you, Rosie. But do you know what the real problem is here? It is not what you think at all.
My terrible memory? The fact that I didn't memorize enough irregular verb tables in high school? Or maybe my English brain is defective?
None of the above. Listen to me very carefully, Rosie. You do not have a grammar problem. You have a story problem.
A story problem? What does that even mean? Is my English brain missing an important chip?
Not at all. A story problem means you are trying to memorize hundreds of isolated, dry, robotic grammar formulas from an old, dusty textbook. That is exhausting. It is like trying to memorize every single line of computer code instead of just clicking the icon on your screen.
Yes, that is exactly how it feels. My head is stuffed with formulas, verb charts, and endless rules.
Throw those boring charts out the window. Drop that heavy textbook on the floor right now. English is not a chaotic, random puzzle. It is actually a very simple, highly visual story system built on 3 clear visual images.
3 images for the entire past tense? That sounds almost too good to be true.
Yes, and my promise to you today is very simple. If you stay with me, take a deep breath, and relax, by the end of this short video, you will choose was, did, and had automatically, naturally, and with zero hesitation.
Zero hesitation? No stopping in the middle of a sentence to translate in my head?
Zero! You will just see the picture in your mind and speak instantly. But before we open our past tense toolkit, let us give a quick shout out to our amazing global community of learners.
Yes, guys, if you want to stop guessing and start speaking natural English with Nick and me every single week, hit that subscribe button right now, turn on the notification bell, and smash that like button.
Smash that subscribe button and join our global family. Now, Rosie, close your eyes for 3 seconds.
Okay, my eyes are closed.
Imagine your day yesterday as a movie reel. Everything that happened is finished, locked, and over. And that entire movie reel is supported by 3 powerful visual anchors. Anchor number 1 is was. Anchor number 2 is did. And anchor number 3 is had.
3 visual anchors. Show me how they work, Nick. I want to control my past tense.
Let us step right up to anchor number 1, the was and were system. Earlier, Rosie, you told me that you wanted to ask your coworker about her feeling yesterday, right?
Yes, I wanted to know if she felt tired or if she was busy at her desk.
Exactly. Don't think about grammar labels like past continuous or copular past verbs. Feel the visual reality behind those sentences. Listen closely. I was tired. She was angry. They were at work. What do all of those sentences have in common?
They all describe how someone felt or where they were located in the past.
Bingo! They describe a state, a feeling, a condition, an identity, or a location in the past. And here is your master visual metaphor for anchor number 1. Was equals a cloud of feeling surrounding you in the past.
A cloud of feeling floating around me in the past?
Yes. Think of an internal mood cloud or a location snapshot in the past. There is no physical action, no task being performed, no engine running. It simply captures how things existed back then.
Oh, wow, that is so clear. So when I say I was busy yesterday, I am describing the cloud of situation that surrounded me.
Spot on. There is no physical action in the word busy. It is just a snapshot of your state back then. I was tired equals snapshot of feeling. She was ready equals snapshot of situation. They were in London equals snapshot of location. State equals was.
That is so visual. Was equals the cloud of feeling.
Let us look at the forms of this cloud. In the past, for one person or thing, we use was. For more than one person, we use were. I was, he was, she was, it was, we were, they were. And remember, you always takes were. You were busy. You were ready.
Got it. He was, she was, it was, we were, they were, you were. It is all part of the cloud of feeling family.
Here is your golden slogan for anchor number 1. Was equals the cloud of feeling. It surrounds your past state. Say it with me, Rosie.
Was equals the cloud of feeling. It surrounds your past state.
Now, let us step away from the cloud and walk over to anchor number 2, the did system. This is where English learners ask, Nick, why do we use did when we talk about actions, even if the word did isn't in the sentence?
Yes, that confuses me all the time. When I say I worked or I typed an email yesterday, I don't see the word did. Where is it hiding?
It is hiding right inside the action. Remember how WAS was a quiet cloud of feeling frozen in the past? The DID system is not a cloud. DID equals a checklist of completed tasks.
A checklist? Tick, tick, tick?
Yes, you press play on the action engine. Vroom, vroom. DID represents physical effort, completed activity, and finished tasks. Run, walk, type, talk, build, clean, study, work. Every action verb in the English language belongs to the DID family.
So when I say I did my homework or I completed my task yesterday, I am pressing play on the video of me taking action and ticking it off my checklist.
You nailed it! But sit on the edge of your seat, Rosie, because DID has a very special superpower called the thief rule.
The thief rule? What does DID steal?
DID is a time thief. Whenever did or didn't enters a sentence in a question or a negative statement, it steals the past tense from the main verb, resetting it back to its simple base form.
Wait, so did steal's the past tense? That means after did or didn't, the main verb stays simple?
Exactly. You never say, did you went? You must say, did you go? You never say, I didn't saw him. You must say, I didn't see him. You never say, did you ate lunch? You must say, did you eat lunch? You never say, did you wrote the report? You must say, did you write the report? You never say, I didn't made coffee. You must say, I didn't make coffee. The thief did already carries the past, so the main verb stays pure and simple.
Aha! So did steals the past. Did you go? Did you finish? I didn't call. Did you eat? Did you write? I didn't make. That makes speaking so much easier because I don't need irregular past forms in questions or negatives.
Brilliant! You kept the main verb simple because the thief did performed the heavy lifting. Here is your golden slogan for anchor number 2. DID equals the checklist. It powers your completed action. Say it with me.
Did equals the checklist it powers your completed action.
Now, Rosie, welcome to anchor number 3, the HAD system. HAD is neither a quiet cloud nor an active checklist task. HAD equals the backpack of experiences you carry through your day.
A backpack on my shoulders?
Yes, imagine as you walk through your day yesterday. You collect moments, scheduled events, feelings of illness, and experiences and put them inside your backpack.
So if my computer broke down yesterday, I collected a problem in my backpack.
Exactly. So you say, I had a problem. If you sat in a big conference room with your team, you carried that scheduled event in your day's story. So you say, I had a meeting. If you had a fever yesterday, you say, I had a fever. If you went on a trip, you say, I had a great vacation.
Wow. I had a meeting, I had a bad day, I had a fever, I had a great vacation. I had no time. They are all experiences carried in my backpack.
Bingo! You possess the result or the experience of that event. And the best news about HAD? HAD is the superhero that works for everyone. I had, he had, she had, they had, we had. Everyone uses had in the past.
0 team changes in the past. Everyone uses had. I love had. Let me summarize all 3 anchors in my head. Was equals the cloud of feeling, did equals the checklist action, and had equals the backpack of experiences.
Rosie, you have officially unlocked the core architecture of the past tense. Give me a virtual high five.
High five! That felt amazing.
Put on your safety goggles, Rosie, because it is time to enter the error lab.
Safety goggles on! What dangerous past tense crashes are we fixing today?
Crash number 1. A student says, "Did you busy yesterday?"
Ouch! Did you busy hurts my ears so much now.
Why did the system crash, Detective Rosie?
Because busy is an adjective, a describing word, it is a feeling or state. DID is the boss of physical actions and hates adjectives. You tried to force the action boss onto a cloud of feeling. System crash.
Exactly. How do you fix it using our visual anchors?
Use the cloud of feeling boss. Say, were you busy yesterday?
Crash number 2. Someone says, "I did tired after work."
Oh no, tired is an internal state. You don't perform a tired exercise or do a tired motion. Fix, I was tired after work.
Crash number 3. A learner asks, "Did you had breakfast this morning?"
Double past tense alert. You brought the thief DID into the sentence, but you forgot that DID steals the past from had. Had must reset back to its base form have. Fix. Did you have breakfast this morning?
Outstanding! The thief stole the past, so had reset to have. Crash number 4. Someone says, "I didn't went to the party."
The thief didn't is standing right there. You cannot use went because didn't steals the past. Fix. I didn't go to the party.
Crash number 5. Someone says, "I had go to work yesterday."
Aha! I had go is broken because had is for experiences, but go is a physical movement. You have 2 clear ways to fix this. If it is a simple completed action, say, I went to work yesterday. If you want to show it was an obligation in your backpack, say, I had to go to work yesterday.
Brilliant! You added to for obligation. I had to go. Crash number 6. The ultimate grammar crime. Did you was happy?
Stop! That is an illegal grammar crime. Did and was are two past tense bosses. They are bitter enemies. You can only have one boss per sentence.
One boss per sentence. Choose path action with DID or path description with WAS. Never mix them.
Fix. Were you happy? Air Lab officially closed.
Now, Rosie, prepare for the ultimate test, the uncut Monday morning office roleplay.
Executive blazer on. What is the scenario?
It is Monday morning at 9 o'clock. We meet at the office coffee machine. I look at you and ask, Rosie, how was your weekend? Did you get everything done? I want you to tell me your story using was, did, and had seamlessly.
Cloud, checklist, backpack, state, action, experience. Action.
Good morning, Rosie. You look a bit exhausted today. How was your weekend?
Good morning, Nick. Well, to be honest, on Saturday morning, I was very tired because I was at the office late on Friday. But I had a massive client deadline on my schedule, so I had no choice. I did all my reports on Saturday afternoon, and I did my exercise on Sunday morning. By Sunday evening, I was very happy because I had a wonderful dinner with my family.
Boom! Cut! Print! That was absolute perfection. You sounded like a high-level executive telling a real-life story.
That felt so smooth, Nick. I didn't think about grammar formulas or irregular verb tables once.
Because you focused on storytelling over rules. Cloud, checklist, backpack. Let us lock this knowledge into your long-term memory with our summary capsules.
Mental summary capsules ready.
Capsule 1. Was and were equals the cloud of feeling. Use it for your past state, emotion, or location. Example, I was very happy. Capsule 2. DID equals the checklist action. Use it for completed physical actions with the thief rule. Example, did you finish your work? Capsule 3. Had equals the backpack of experiences. Use it for carried events, schedule items, and past possessions. Example, I had a great day.
And our golden rule for today? Tell your story, not grammar. One boss per sentence.
Now we have a fun, interactive challenge for everyone watching and listening right now.
Grab your keyboards, guys. It is homework time.
Scroll down to the comments right now and write 3 simple sentences about your day yesterday. 1 sentence using was for your state. 1 sentence using did for an action you completed. And 1 sentence using had for an experience you carried.
Show us your backpacks and checklists in the comments. Nick and I will be reading and replying to your sentences.
If this lesson made English past tense finally click in your mind, smash that like button. Share this video with a friend and hit subscribe so you never miss a lesson. Stop overthinking grammar charts and start telling your real-life story.
Keep practicing, keep visualizing, and keep speaking. See you in the next lesson, everyone. Bye-bye.